The Last of Us 2 came out June 19th. So a lot of people have been playing it for a little bit. People are kind of giving their opinions on it. Right now it's exclusively for the PS4, which is another reason to buy the PS5. Like, if you need another reason, just look at just look at The Last of Us 2, look at Xbox players. Look at The Last of Us 2, look at Xbox players. Like, there's no correlation. Like, they're out there playing, I don't know, what do Xbox players play? Do they play like, Xbox players be playing like Spotify in 4K. Like, that's the only exclusive thing they have. Like, I can't even call it a game because it's a music platform. But anyways, we're not talking about Xbox right now. The biggest takeaways for me from this game is that, because I watched the game, I didn't really play it because I don't really play scary games like that, but watching The Last of Us 2 is really not that scary. But the biggest takeaway I've had is that the Ellie, usually I don't really notice this, but Ellie has a great voice actor, and I actually looked up her voice actor, and her name is something Ashley. I looked up her name, but then of course I draw a blank when it comes to actually saying her name. But Ellie's voice actor is really good, and I usually don't talk about voice actors because it really just doesn't stand out to me. But in this game it really did. Like, the only other game that it stood out to me was God of War, because Kratos' voice actor was really good and really kept me engaged the whole game, because the way he talked to his son and the interactions that they had throughout the whole game was really intriguing and just kept me engaged throughout the whole video game. And that's the same that I feel like with Ellie's voice actor, which I looked up, is now her name is Ashley Johnson, and she just did a really good job on voicing Ellie, because you could tell the different inflections she used. And you know, it just feels me like, for me it's just crazy to say that, because I really don't even think that's a phrase. I really don't even pay attention to that too much. So that was great. And Dina, throughout the whole game, her girlfriend slash best friend, their relationship is kind of built on the chemistry on the voice actors. And Ashley Johnson talked about that a little bit with Shannon Woodward, the voice actor for Dina. They had a screening, like a test read, and they just hit it off right at the beginning, like they've known each other for a long time, which is kind of what these test reads are for, just to see the quickest chemistry and who can bond the quickest. Because for these games, like, they work on them a long time, so you're gonna be with this person like for a while, so you need to have a little bit of chemistry. And the voice actor went on to say, Ashley Johnson went on to say that she's a huge gamer and actually got into voice acting for games because of her being a big gamer, and she had older sisters that used to play, so it kind of just passed down to her, and that's been her she said that's been like her therapy, and that's pretty cool to see, because some people who voice act don't really play games like that, but for her it's a way of life. So it really comes across in the video game. Like, she really carries the game, the whole entire game, with the way she performs. But anyways, getting into why The Last of Us Part 2 is really important is because The Last of Us in 2013 sold like 20 million copies, I believe, and it only didn't outsell Spider-Man PS4, which is like one of the biggest superheroes ever, and God of War, which I just got done talking about his voice, Kratos' voice actor. And so just to be up with those two games is a huge accomplishment in itself, and is why a lot of people are anticipating The Last of Us 2, because not a lot of games like this come around too often, where people put their heart and soul into crafting every inch of a 30+ hour experience. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about in The Last of Us 2. Let me know. Send me a voice message letting me know what you think of the game on Anchor. And also, sometimes whenever The Last of Us 2 leaks come out, I think the people was killing it before the game was actually released. And that's only because that people was saying certain things about certain characters that was kind of I'm not gonna get into it, but basically they was being a little is abrasive the word? I don't know if abrasive is the word, but basically being a little aggressive with the way that it was handling the situation. So I don't really think that. I think that all the Last of Us 2 backlash is not really that it's not really that justified in the game, from what I can tell and what I've seen, because I've seen the whole game. Like, I'm not gonna play it, so I just watched it like a movie. Not watched it like a movie, I watched somebody play it. But the game was really good in my opinion. Like, the things that happened that everybody was mad about, like, they literally explain it if you keep on playing the game. Keep on playing the game. And just like every story, it has its downfalls and negatives, but for the most part, it does a great job at explaining why certain things happen to certain characters. Like, it comes back. The Last of Us Part 2 is really not that deep when you get the whole picture. It's just basically the circle of life. Like, that's basically what the whole game is. That's basically the whole meaning of the game. And so, yeah, that's all I have for The Last of Us 2. Let me know if you like it. Send me a voice message on Anchor, and also share this show if you're enjoying the show. Make sure to share this to your friends, neighbors, dogs, or just share this to somebody who enjoys listening to music / gaming takes.